Hello, welcome back on Wayan. We're here in Cartagena, Cartagena in Spain though, not in Colombia. And yeah, in this video I'm going to take you to Barcelona. There will be a sail of around 3 days and nothing big to expect. We have light winds, so should be a chill thing. Full moon. Now faz amor, por favor. Faz amor por amor. Always keep that in mind. And what I wanted to show is how I keep the boat a bit drier. Wharrams are known to be really wet. Here now you see water entering. So I'm using sponges wherever possible. Here is a really nasty point to get it back wet. So Cartagena is looking beautiful this morning. Alright, so we're in recent mode. Oh, but we got quick. Oh, speed is not too bad, huh? So we're sailing still close to the wind, and this is actually a cape we have to go around before we can head up. Barcelona is more or less this direction. So I hope the wind will soon change, and someone who is not able to wave, you can see here. I always used to be a bit jealous of people just being able to press a button to go against the wind, but well, today I'm quite happy to be here. I have the time. We're quite close to the coast, you can nearly touch there, but still not so far from Cartagena. Wind is, as you can see, still slow and also against us. Actually, it's more coincidence that I'm so close to shore. I wanted to tack, but then the wind kept on turning and turning like it sometimes does at the coast. At the moment it helps us, so we have nearly course around the cape. Let's see what happens further. I hope soon the wind will finally come, the promised south wind. At the moment I see nothing from it, no patterns of clouds or no waves yet. You can actually see the bottom, all sand. Would be a nice anchorage. So wind is dying completely now, which is maybe good. So it means that the new wind system will come. This is, wait for it, south wind. Da, da, da. A beautiful cape with beautiful buildings. Our speed yet is still not so great since it's little wind, but other people have Volvo Pentas and I have this little baby, or big baby. So we're sailing with an apparent wind angle from in between 90 and 135 degrees. But if you look at the waves, they're coming nearly from behind. And here you can see the whole chain anchor again. What I did is I left it out a little bit since the wind comes more from behind now. And also I moved the spinnaker pole more into the windward side. This I can control with these two lines here. Right one for windward, left one for leeward side. Wind is quite weak, but it lets us see these things here on the water. It's a little Portuguese, I say galera portuguesa. These sailing jellyfish. I never saw them so small, but we're driving through tons of them. They just look like little bubbles like this one, yeah. Look here, I could catch one, man of war. Now I remember the English name. And this is how they look like from underneath. Top, what I'm grabbing now will be the sail one day that carries them for thousands of oceans. Let's put them back and hope not to step into them one day. As a starter, some pimentos de padrón, and for main dish, I'm gonna prepare some rice. Everything cooked in a pressure pan. That looks like she went through something. Actually did. More than 20,000 miles. Good old thing. It saves me a lot of alcohol with cooking with alcohol, so or whatever other carburant you would use. It saves you a lot since you can just close it and leave it on really small heat. Rice, even pasta you can make like this. And now, no wind at all. Flat, flat, flat. There are some onions there. This one I threw out half an hour ago. So we're really not moving at all. Deal. This is full moon. Reflection on the water. It's so flat, the water, look at it. But we have a bit of wind. I cannot see the sails sadly though. It's around 11 o'clock, not yet, but nearly. And we have maybe 5 knots of wind and 4 knots of speed. We're flying over a carpet of magic. I don't know how this works, but it works luckily. Course is nearly perfect. Close to wind, but with so light wind, that's amazing. That's the best direction, so that the apparent wind gets as strong as possible. Fishing boat.
Palos. Southwesterly 2 to 4, locally variable, 6 smooth or prepared. Visibility temporary moderator poor. For me.
We're 15 miles offshore. You can see the shoreline here, also there in front. Wind is for the first time a bit stable. Not strong as you can see, but stable. It's enough for Tony to take the steering. Before I employed the tiller pilot for a short time. You can see how it works. I connect these two pieces and this pushes back there and moves like this the tiller. The coast is really well visible now. We're like 10 miles away from it. Still with the Jenaker. And finally I was able to pick up some meteo. It seems like tonight won't be too bad, like this wind we have now, and the days coming I will just follow the coast and try to make the best out of the weather that is at the coast. And the forecast will be against me, or the wind, then in the end I'll just say adios and put the boat somewhere in the harbor. It's a longer way though. Straight line to Barcelona will be much faster, or well, like 50 miles faster, but it's not worth the risk. I actually, or as you can see, using the engine, some really little throttle to push us at 2-3 knots. And up there in the front, and I assume you can see it, not really. There is a fishing boat I saw, and I see that the exhaust, the vapor is going out. This seems to go all to the west, so I guess this is an indicator for some good east wind there, and I already see the border of where this wind supposedly starts. So in this case I think it's allowed to use the engine for a short time. Wind in front! And it works just fine, look at this. mean, we're not racing, but yeah, you get the point. Moonfish. I think they can get up to 2 tons. This one seems quite small though. The beautiful thing about small boats is I can hold the complete Janako in one hand and can play with it a bit. Can release it till it drops. Get it in again. So it's probably soon time to decide where I'm actually gonna sail to. Wow, just wow, look at these perfect conditions. It seems like there's no waves. Well, only the ones I'm making. And this little wind we have, I don't think it's much more than 5 knots, maybe 5 to 6. But the apparent wind must be like around 10 because we're doing 4 to 5 knots of speed. Actually, the ocean still is full with these little men of wars. Okay, a sail I didn't see in a long time, but now it's fitting. The close hold sailing. Only on the steer. I guess around 10 to 15 knots of wind, but no waves as you can see, it's just flat. And this results in good speed. Let me show it here. 6.1. Quite constant, 6.3, and we're now driving exactly along the coast of Valencia, or the Bay of Valencia, just linear to it. So Barcelona is straight ahead actually, and the coast is just 20 miles from here, all parallel to where we're driving. It could be, I'm not sure, 20 miles is a bit far for thermal winds, but maybe these thermal winds, they push this wind to increase a bit more, since it wasn't on the forecast like this, and it's a really hot, warm day. I see some clouds, there's a lot of fog, but I see some of these clouds you have when air. Time for a little inside perspective. It's nice weather like this outside. In here everything is quite smooth. A little bird from Cuba. A beer brand from Gambia. This organizer I made in Senegal. The shark there is from Guinea-Bissau. Well, Cabo Verde, probably Senegal. Brazil. Barbados. No, this one's Barbados. This is probably one of the last videos I'm taking. As you can see, there is no wind at all. One more time, and actually I gave up. What is in front is land. It's not Barcelona yet. Thanks to my girlfriend, actually, she found a marina right in front of me that is really reasonable priced, which also is tricky to find here, especially with a boat that is actually 2 boats. Usually you pay double, but there it's possible to pay for just one. So I'm really lucky. It's 8 miles to go there. That's why I would like to dedicate the end of this video to her by not saying everyone should be out here sailing. It's just a question of your attitude to go out and do it. For sure it is for many people, but for most people it isn't. It is a big privilege to be out here sailing, to have the opportunity to do something like this with our lives. So let's share these privileges and don't sail single-handed as I do today. Fair winds to you all.